Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Rome Total War, the Seleucid livestream, where we have entered that fun bit of the campaign, the fun bit of the Seleucid campaign, where basically everyone's going to dogpile us pretty much at once. At this point, now that kind of the people of Pontus and Parthia and Egypt, who are now dead fortunately, have attacked us, pretty much everyone's going to join in. Armenia will be coming down momentarily, Greece will totally attack us, they'll mysteriously bring the Macedonians with them, even though the Greeks and the Macedonians are at war with each other. Screw it, everyone will be at war with literally everyone else. That will just be how it all flipping goes. Yeah, basically, down in the south, we managed to smash Egypt last time. We were kind of lucky, actually. Like, you know, they were willing to give battle on the open field a couple of times. They threw themselves in a bridge battle that didn't work for them. We were able to kind of, like, force them into a nice big heroic battle. Over here, site of famous battle there. Demetrius, he's, you know, not exactly got the most traditional Celeste name, but what have you. Taking on, yes, a captain of the Egyptians. Managed to actually kill those guys. Egypt wasn't able to actually expand much. There's a lot of rebel territories around here right now, purely because, yeah, the Egyptians, like, normally they would have got to Petra. I think they were actually at one point, they sent to go down to Petra, but he got diverted back up north and back towards the mainland just because we were invading at strength. So there's a fair few kind of fairly valuable rebel territories. Also, pirates can spawn, by the way. I like this. Pirates are totally allowed to spawn in this part of the world, and it's kind of worth completely ignoring them, because why would you ever build a fleet that physically can't escape the Red Sea? Because it can't get through any of this, unfortunately. So, yeah, like, you can see just from the amount of, like, incense floating around and stuff, and camels and whatever, it might well be worth taking some of these territories around here as time goes by. But our priorities for the moment are, yeah, completely knock the Parthians out of the south of this whole area. And then we've got this corner of the map on lockdown. So we've got Egypt here, and we've got these territories, and we continue to be able to hold Hatra and Cilicia and Susa. Well, then basically this corner of the map is just ours for the taking whenever we feel like it. Parthians aren't 100% keen on this plan. They're sending someone south right now, and we don't have that much. Actually, he can't make it this turn, which is good, so I can step outside and get some more reinforcements. We've got some stuff coming in here. I should probably actually build... No, I'm out of money. That's the problem. I'm completely out of money. So maybe we'll need to get some more money next time, and we'll deal with all of that. We're also at war with the people of Pontus. Got a big army up here. Good army, actually. We need to kind of start off today by just kind of kicking their ass a bit. Ooh, not great mercenaries. Actually, you know what? These mercenaries are good. They're just expensive. So I can't really afford those guys right now. We've also got you. Aha! Yeah, we're pretty much ready to begin today by just kicking the arse of some Pontic forces. I love this. This just our flipping army of nothing but flipping mercenaries. Right, let's get this guy out of the way. He will not give battle. He'll back off. But their movement points are really badly reduced if they're out in the middle of nowhere. So yes, we can now wipe out this Pontic army as our kind of starting point here. This is going to be a nice, you know what, this is going to be one of those lovely moments of, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, this is just going to be... Oh, this is one of those moments where you just get to watch Cretan archers annihilating everything. I live for those moments. Oh, this is interesting. They've decided rather than sending, like, the archers they've got forward, they're sending... Oh, no, they are sending the archers forward. Well, that's fine. That's a-okay. I've got cavalry ready to basically just intercept and chase them off. They're trying to reload. There's only 81 of them. They'll back off. Their spearmen aren't sure whether they want to try and cover. We'll take the lightest knock. Oh, that's quite a bit of damage to one of the slingers there, but screw it. We'll now chase these guys off because they'll give up before their second. In comes my barbarian cavalry, and also immediately gets themselves shot in the back, but screw it. Oh, they broke immediately. Beautiful. That's a double break. Break on both sides. Never trust barbarian cavalry. They're bloody useless. But that's absolutely a-okay. Now, at this point, we're basically just firing arrows in all over the shop. The Peltas, this is advantageous, because the Peltas, the general doesn't really like going forward for the most part. So, as a result, now, yeah, we've taken a bit of a knob. Hopefully, we'll get some of these guys back, because generally, damage that's done to units when it's, yeah, done by kind of missiles, they can often heal it off. Wait, we just won! Claire, how did we just win?
The game was so impressed by your Latin.
Who just charged forward? Why are you charging forward? The Rhodian slingers decided, screw it, we're running forward to finish this by ourselves, and they did. And now, let's just check if I can actually make it all the way to... No, I can't. Cancel the move, cancel the move, cancel the move. In which case, just take the cavalry put the city under siege with that, and then merge the rest of the army into it, and then we'll have them all under siege. Lovely. Right, so now just build a whole bunch of rams. We can take Nicomedia. Nicomedia, very valuable, like double wine resource and also access to a port. Very, very valuable little settlement there, so we'll get that under control. Worried about the fact there are just some flipping Greeks floating around over here well inside my territory. Especially if they want to... Actually, this rebel army is going to help, because this rebel army means they can't get over the bridge to the basically completely unguarded Halicarnassus, which is kind of hilarious. So that's good. Sardis is well guarded enough for the time being. That massive army on Rhodes is still there. Like, if this army basically decides to... Yeah, if the Greeks attack me and they get some ships over to Rhodes, this army is just going to come over to Halicarnassus and it's just going to walk straight through Halicarnassus and Sardis. And honestly, even if this army swings back down south, I don't know if this army can defeat this one. Because we don't have a solid answer to really good quality hoplites like 8 attack, 16 defense, and the upgraded weapons. I don't have an answer to that. That's just a huge amount of hoplites. I don't know what we do to that. So if we can just hold off the whole, you know, war against those bastards for as long as possible, that'd be flipping great. Attack this guy. He'll back off. Can we actually get to you this turn? We got Massacre right there. Can we get to you this turn? No, we can't. Unfortunately, no. Stop. Fall back to the bridge. Fall back to the bridge and wait there. This watchtower is now active, so we can see Massacre. The question is, where the hell is their main army? It's presumably somewhere up here. It's not in the Pontic capital. So Heracles has just got an army somewhere. It might be barreling towards Nicomedia. I'm honestly not quite sure. So we've got pretty much everything we can get this. Oh, there's another big Greek army there. If the Greeks attack me, that's, you know, we're at panic stations. Because at that point, they've got this army here and this army here, and we're screwed. We're pretty... Ooh! The Greeks actually have taken over Corinth. That's kind of cool. They haven't taken... Ah, they've got Attica under siege as well, blimey. Okay, the Greeks are doing weirdly well this game. So I was about to say, like, well, the thing is, because the Greeks have got these two armies over here, they're going to be doing really badly on the mainland. But no, they've managed to kick Macedon out of 1.5 cities so far. That place isn't under siege right now. I wonder if I could make friends with the Macedonians. That might be an interesting... If I could make friends... I mean, the Macedonians are a potential ally for me. Hang on, let's just check what their current situation is. The Macedonians are not having a good game. They're at war with the Romans and with the Thracians and the Greek cities. The Greek cities, meanwhile, are... Right now, yeah, they're allied with the Pontic people. So they're going to hate us. They are absolutely going to hate us. And it's inevitable that they're going to attack us. They're enemies with Carthage as well, interestingly. That's kind of interesting. So, basically, me and Carthage have formed a little coalition of losers. And I think Macedon can be brought into the coalition of losers. And the doorbell's just gone. I'm guessing that's a delivery.
Yeah.
Because Claire's going down to the door. Okay. Okay, she's gone. Okay. It's just me and you now. So we can have a talk about Claire. So obviously it's clear that Claire is not doing a good job here. It's not doing a good job. It's pretty terrible, in fact. I'd use the word abysmal, but that might be too generous. So obviously it's pretty clear that we're going to have to get rid of Claire. The problem is I don't really know how we're going to do it. How do we get rid of Claire? I mean, do we just basically... Like, what I could do is I could just... no, she'll be back before I have time to change the locks. But the next time she goes out, I could just change the locks. On her. You know, we could do it formally. We could, like, you know, fire her and just basically just kind of shuffle her out in that regard. There's always murder. There's always murder as an option. But now I've said that, I probably shouldn't actually do it because the police might theoretically come across this live stream. So murder's probably kind of out, but we just need to... Oh, shit, she's back. Okay, just don't tell her about this. Okay, that's just between me and you. Okay? Okay, good. All right. Is it the microphone?
Shall we do a live unboxing?
It's literally the same microphone I'm using, and they can't see it. The worst unboxing. You see this? This is why we just had that private chat with me and you a second ago. Anyway, why don't you just...
What did you tell them?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sit down. Let's crack on with this. let's take Nicomedia, and then we can get this force moving on the way again.
Yeah, we've got a lot of lovely comments from the chat about how I should defend myself from you and organise the coup of Claire.
Why am I worried that actually what's more likely to happen is actually behind my back, because I can't see the chat, you're the one in the chat, that actually the chat and you are going to start conspiring together against me.
I literally just told you about the coup of Claire. It's not like I'm being subtle.
So all of you guys, just stop. And now let's just get the Pontic eye view of this, because they've got... Are they even facing forward? They are facing forwards, but their shields are on this side. So we should get some benefits out of the fact their shields are on their left arm. And we're actually finding... Oh, dear! The one archer's dead. Oh dear, they're now presenting their backs to us. They are now, at this point, presenting their backs to us. So the next round is going to be devastating for them. Down to 210, 209, 208, 205, 204, 203, 202, 200, 199, 198, 193. Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, perfect world. And now I assume... Actually, no, I think they changed targets. I think they changed targets over here. Instead, so the archers are now kind of focusing over there instead. We'll just like slowly push them back. But actually, you know what? We're sufficiently, we've pushed them pretty far already. Let's just bring these guys a bit further forward at this point. That's absolutely fine. I think he's taking the bait, because what he's seeing is he's seeing weak infantry. He could totally win in a fight in front of him. And also, we've got Thracians who have got pretty good armor piercing. So if I can basically just get these guys into a competent position where he's basically going to be in range of them. You just need to basically, don't get too far ahead. I don't want this guy to be pulled back. Right, so now we've got my Cretans. Should be lining up shots against... No, not them. Here. Do not shoot over there. I want you to be shooting over here. Okay, so he is now just going to basically toss javelins at these lads. These lads are going to take damage, but that's acceptable casualties, because they're basically, like, accidentally pinning the general. So the general's just going to start taking some damage over time. While that's happening, by the way, I'm just going to bring my Thracians up this side, because he's going to start going down. He's at 37. I'm going to have the other barbarian mercenaries just coming up towards the plaza. I don't want them to touch the plaza, because it'll pull these guys off. These guys are down to Shaken and 29. I'd rather not engage them, because I don't want them to break. I'd rather they actually just stood and fought, because these guys have only lost, like, not even 40 men yet, because they are, you know, they're forward-facing. They've got some shields. They're all right for the time being. So we're okay, and no, I think they're falling back. In fact, they've actually broken, which is kind of cool. The Thracian mercenaries are great because they're so fast. They're fast-moving units, and they just slice for everything. And they also show up with green hair and skirts. That's what they show up with. They wear, like, helmets with little things on the front, and then they just show up with skirts and green hair. So they are fabulous, and they've done a beautiful job there. Well done, Thracian mercenaries. Yeah, that was pretty neat and tidy. Pretty happy with that.
Bonjour Claire, John ne reçoit aucun amour aujourd'hui, à moins qu'il ne soit gentil avec vous. Vous pourrez avoir les 5 pires dollars.
Okay, I'm going to try and translate that. Point it out to me. Hello, Claire. I didn't receive your golden armor today.
What are you talking about?
Less is the pity. Win my gentle soul, which is with you. You are able to have 5 peers. Claire and Anthony sitting in a tree. B-O-U-I-S-S-A-N-S.
What?
B-I-S-O-U-X-A-N-S.
What are you even trying to say?
Kissing.
Yes, I know that in French.
Bisous on. I don't know what the verb to kiss is. Right, now what do we want to do here? Probably want to take most of this army straight out of here. Leaving behind maybe a damage... Oh, blimey, not like that. Maybe leaving behind 1 damaged unit of the barbarian mercenaries just to hold the fort here. Yeah, okay. Let's just send you round here to get down a... Can't construct a fort or watchtower? Oh, I should be able to construct a fort or watchtower here. It's just not quite the right place. That'll do. So we've got some visibility in this area at least. Yeah, just head down here. We'll swing through Ancyra and smash it on the way to this army heading up. So I feel like we've got Pontus kind of on the ropes. I'm not really sure where their main force is. We never fought it, so what's going on? Let's see what's about to happen. The Parthians are probably about to put Seleucia under siege, and if Pontus do have a big army, they need to reveal their hand right now. Otherwise, we're just going to swing for all of it. There's a bit more. Ah! They're willing to attack us in the open field. That works for me. So, I got 2,000 men here. It's a bit of a scruffy army, but it's not bad. They're coming at me with, they've got some scythe chariots, hillmen, who are actually alright. They're, for like how early in the game you can get them, attack 6, charge bonus 2 is not so bad. So directly from the west, and then the reinforcements are going to come from the northeast. So if I just draw up on the south, facing over towards the west, we should be in a good position to intercept this. But this is going to be, if we just play defensively, we should be fine. Now, what are we doing over here? Right, so, technically we're on the defensive right now. We're kind of on a flat. In fact, we're almost a little bit downhill, which is not great, but it's flat enough. So they're coming at us at this exact moment in time. The archers are ready to start shooting. The Rhodian slingers are, guys, get yourselves sorted out, alright? Seriously, get yourselves sorted out before they arrive. I don't want any of this happening when they actually show up. There you go. The archers have a shot at the hillmen. They should be taking that already. Lovely. Let's just take a shot over there. Don't hit for... I think could go for flaming arrows for the scythe chariot. See if we can drive them mad. That might be nice. Thracian mercenaries guarding this flank will do a fine job. If these chariots try and flank, we'll need to counteract, but that should be fine. And the reinforcements are way over there. These forces of Pontic light cavalry will just get the archers on them. That'll be fine. They're backing off. The hillmen are going to walk straight into the back off, please. Right, okay. Archers, turn your attention over to the Pontic light cavalry, please. These guys can just basically fire at will, as can these guys over here if there is anything actually ever close by. So if those guys do try and get in, here we go. They're just now going to basically throw themselves right at the front door, and it's not going to work out well for them at all. I'm just going to have... Those guys have already broken. That's ridiculous. I'm concerned by... There we go, the chariots hit the front line as well. I'm concerned Claire's laughing in the background. That's never a good sign. Oh, look at them break. Look at the stupid bastards break. This cavalry picked the wrong kind of avenue to try and escape from, by the way. They're now being shot from literally every angle. Right, so Army 1 has just basically collapsed at the front door. Army 2 is now going to start basically heading towards us, and we can actually take up a better high ground position on this occasion. Though actually, as they're on the way out, I'm going to send my general to start basically mopping up a bit, because if we can just mop up these guys properly, anyone that dies here won't need to be killed in the city. So their general is now just coming in this kind of area here. Are we ready to go, or is he? No, he's not ready to charge it. He just wants to kind of skirmish. Well, that's fine. We got ourselves some kind of fire going on over there. You guys get over here as quick as you like, please. Get over there and involve that. You have kind of chased off these guys. I don't want those guys actually engaged at all, so I'm just going to pull them back a little bit, because it's just going to help his army be a bit more separated out. And I'd rather, if I can, I'm going to get the Thracians on top of him. But no, they're not. He's not willing to engage. He's going to pull out rather than let that happen. Let's move the other archers over to this side. I don't think we need the archers on that side. That's just Eastern spearmen coming in. Oh no! 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 My Sarmatians! My bloody Sarmatians! They shouldn't take that much damage, but the computer's blatantly cheating. At least I saw that really quickly. Bastards. Okay, just get out of there. Get the flip out of there. Oh, those were expensive. Was he their faction leader or their faction? I actually missed that. He must be something important, because he's got a lot of just cavalry in terms of absolute numbers. But he's starting to fall apart pretty quickly, and the troops that are taking damage are not taking that much damage. Right. I think he might run out of ammo, by the way. If he's run out of ammo, then he might be willing to actually engage, and we can just shoot him in the back for a bit. We get some light taps. I think the Thracians after him. The Thracians might well die, but they'll do a good job just softening him up a bit. Now, you guys are coming from this direction. I'm wanting to spread you guys out and pull the Eastern mercenaries back into different positions. I don't want my Eastern mercenaries taking on their lads. Oh, so just to make sure everyone hears this story that I did put on Twitter the other night, which was...
come on!
I was heading into central London the other night to basically go and meet and hang out with Matt and also meet Dan, because they were in London as well today. So basically I was heading in there, and while I was en route and heading into the actual centre of London itself, the suspected terrorist attack in Oxford Circus hit the news, which basically both Matt and Claire became aware of, and neither of whom bothered to warn me that I was heading towards a suspected terrorist attack site.
That is inaccurate. Right?
I cannot tell a lie. Who do you trust more, me or Claire? Okay, don't answer that question. However, you did message me to ask me to pick up milk.
Rather than we ran out of milk.
Rather than are you dead or alive, are you fine from the terrorist attack?
I'm sorry, but I knew it was a fistful fight, and I didn't assume you got into one of those.
Or someone might have punched me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, we've got an interesting development here that might be a bit on the concerning side. Arsus has reappeared, and he appears to be moving towards reunifying with the Parthian force that was heading down to the south. So, it is possible their objective is to merge together to basically come and attack Seleucia, which is certainly a bit on the concerning side. If that happens, we could be in a spot of difficulty as a result of that. Because there's not much in Seleucia right now. Not enough to hold out against these combined forces, depending on what Arsus has got. So if they're coming there, that's going to be a worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull... Sadly, I can't quite get troops to Seleucia in time. I think we're safe to attack. Yeah, we're safe to attack here. Albeit we need to deal with the reinforcements. What that, by the way, that is... Oh, sorry, that's just construction report. And that was the note about town expanding. Fine. So in which case, this force can now just basically move into here. And Dionysus the Mad is now down to very little left, together with some Peltas. Fine, so his force is basically screwed. And then we've got Captain Sander here. Pontic heavy cavalry, handful of leftover stuff. Other than that, just some poor quality infantry. So we just got to deal with the Pontic heavy cavalry, that's fine. We should be in a position to basically... I will not, as some people don't like it, I will not corner fight against the reinforcements. I will confront them as they actually approach the battlefield. I will not actually box them in the corner, because some people don't like me doing that, so fair enough, it is a bit cheap. So what I mean is, I know where they're going to come from. They're going to come from this corner over here. So there's nothing to stop me literally drawing my troops up here and basically having them walk straight into my phalanxes. But as some people do not like me doing that, I'm just going to kind of bring my troops a bit further back. And while we will kind of, you know, we'll take them on out here in the field, I won't actually, like, you know, box them in significantly. Start the battle, send those guys at the front door, and now, yeah, we'll give these guys a nice opportunity to... I'm in the wrong corner! Right, so we're definitely not corner fighting. FYI. We're just... Shut up, Claire! We're not corner fighting. The chat probably noticed that. Let's just bring my troops around here. If they go towards this gate, we might be able to catch them anyway. We might be able to catch them out regardless. Oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, we might struggle to catch all of them, but actually no, they're heading for this one. They're actually heading over here. Right, everyone, just get over here. Just run, and now they're sort of moving into position. Now they're sort of moving into position to vaguely confront me. They might actually want to do this. Luckily, there's no towers along here, because there's just towers were not very good in this game. But you guys coming in over here. Right, Thracian mercenaries, hit those chariots, please. Hit those chariots, get in there. Get in there, just Thracian mercenaries, get in there, smash down the chariots. You'll be able to chop through them pretty quickly. Right, there we go. In come my phalanxes. Thracians, just get out the front door and just... Oh, Pontic heavy cavalry. Right, concerning. Right, okay. Right, Pontic heavy cavalry ought to be tossing in because they can just fire on the move. You two guys should be... Yeah, you've already just... Stop, not skirmish. Fire at these guys. Okay, good. Right, everyone who's, like, still at this point should probably, like, have their spears down. Right, so you guys should also get your spears down. You guys should have your spears down. Thracians can just, if you can, get over there. You two guys over here. Get the flipping Rhodians out of there. Get your spears down. Right, we've got the... they've broken. Right, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. They've broken and kind of fled inside the city, so that's unfortunate. We need to deal with them. Why are you breaking? Oh, you're the remnants of the force outside. I was wondering, like, because my flipping Silesians got a bit ahead of themselves. But no, they're alright. Okay. I probably can't chase these guys in the city right now, but we can just kind of pelt them a little bit. Okay. In that case, probably the next move we've got is we just head over to about here-ish. This should do it. Because I think they're determined to use this gate. Like, they should obviously kind of come over and use this gate instead, but they've kind of changed their minds. Oh! The Pontic heavy cavalry are sort of... Are they going to come back out? No, they're not going to come back out, but my archers will still have a shot at them. So let's just get everyone to run, because then my archers will get into a good position to deal with all of that. These guys are... Those are the chariots, right? Well, in that case, screw you. Fire at will. So now we just basically start tossing... I think these are armor piercing. So these guys will start kind of losing some strength really fast. Lovely. More javelins come over there. Yeah, that'll teach you to try and guard the gates, you stupid charity bastards. These guys are all coming in. You stretch yourselves out nice and thin over here if you can. You guys just guard the gates. Get over here. Don't let anything onto the flipping gates. The hillmen are coming in on this side. You guys get your spears. Get spears down, spears down, spears down, spears down, please. Spears down, spears down. Just in the nick of time, and they've broken. Right, okay. Don't let anyone get in there. Don't let anyone get in here. Just basically, I want my Thracians here guarding this flipping gate at this point. Guard the flipping gate. I think my Rhodians might actually be... Yeah, my Rhodians are totally just at this point. Right, Rhodians, get out of here. I think you're shooting your own guys in the side there. You guys just get over here for the time being. Skirmish mode off. Just get out of there. Right. So these guys are now basically running directly into prepared spears, which is beautiful. These guys aren't really sure what they want to do. My archers, therefore, are just taking advantage of the opportunity to just kind of tear them apart. And what are you going to do next? Because we can just basically keep pelting you forever. I mean, that's really what you want to do. These guys are wavering. If they wait, actually, if they break, that's fine. Because if they break, then all they'll do as a result is they'll just run straight into the prepared infantry. So these guys will break momentarily, which is fine. There's the Pontic heavy. Fine. So the general of the Pontic heavy are kind of pulling together for a core of about 100 solid heavy cavalry, ready to actually guard the plaza itself, which is fine. Probably what I should just do is bring in my phalanx pikemen and use them to shield my actual, use them to shield my archers. So if we just kind of bring in these guys nice and slow. I think they're kind of coming in right now to deal with my Thracians. So I'm going to use my Thracians, if that's what they want to do. I'm going to send my Thracians up ahead just to act as a stalling force. And then we've got... We own this. Yeah, we own that gate. That's fine. We own that gate. Okay. If I just kind of move my Thracians right here and they're kind of covered and protected by the Temple of Aphrodite, then these guys, if they want to pelt, will have to come around here, which will hopefully move them into archer range. Though, yeah, it's going to take these guys a little bit of time to get into position just because it's slow and bottlenecky around these parts of the world. These peltasts will... Actually, these peltasts will do. Fine. Head up ahead. I'm basically sacrificing my Thracians at this point. They'll do a surprisingly competent job. They'll do fine. Actually, they're wavering already just because they're mercenaries and they're isolated. They're not going to like that because they're under attack. Yeah, they're broken already. Well, that's fine. That just means that'll kind of... They won't take additional... Okay, how did you manage to make it round to me? Just chase these guys off, please. Chase them off. Just get these guys off the flipping field. Don't let them get too close to my general. You're supposed to be going at random right now, but I feel like you're not, to be perfectly honest. Just start chasing them down, please. Just get them out the way. I just want them all dead. You guys just... That's probably enough of you. Just start firing at whatever you've got a shot at, please. Have you got a shot at these guys? Yeah, you got a shot at those guys. Fine. My archers now can just start basically taking those peltasts apart, which they will do very quickly and efficiently. Yeah, there we are. They'll break immediately. Next up, in comes the Eastern General. Fine. Problem is, we need more of... We've almost got the spears down. Spears are almost in position. Actually, yeah. Spears are in position. Good. Nick of time there. They're just going to get attacked for the time being, but if we can just... I'm just going to send my Thracians forward to try and lure them forward. These guys are also almost in position. You guys should probably both stop and fire at will. So if you guys want to basically just turn and fire at the general right now, that's fine. Thracians break immediately, because why wouldn't they? And my own archfire comes over the top. These guys will start taking some damage very quickly, especially if they try and pursue directly into phalanx pikemen. Nice! That's right. These aren't levy pikemen. These guys can actually stand and fight, damn it. These guys are going to do a beautiful amount of damage. Right. Turn and fire. You guys probably stop for the time being. Just shooting your own guys in the back just for the minute. So we've got... Okay, I was kind of hoping you might use your pikes. There you go! Use the pikes there. Managed to drive him back. Good. So that's them screwed. You guys back on fire at will. I'd like you to fire at those fleeing guys if you can. They're at 11. Probably do a little bit more yet. And now we can just slowly push forward into the Pontic heavy cavalry. I may have got a bit ahead of myself here. Actually, no. You stop right there. Stop right where you are, and let them run into you. All right, seriously, fall back a little bit. Fall back a little bit. Fall back a little bit. Fall back a little bit over here. You guys fall over here. My archers have got a shot at the heavy cavalry, but right. Stop and apparently we've won. You know, I'm willing to take that because that heavy cavalry is tricky because they broke and they were all that was left. Beautiful. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Ooh, slingers as well. Yeah, those horse archers are what worries me. They're what worry me. I'm going to need to basically close the gap as fast as possible. Though, bear in mind, I do actually have my beautiful faction leader, who has a lot of heavy cavalry here, but I don't really want to send him in if I can avoid it. Okay, so I've started to take a bit of damage over. I've just kind of moved up my peltas to the front line, so when anything kind of passes through this area, we can start dealing with that. My camel archers haven't taken a knock yet, so whatever's attacking me is pretty close to me. We've kind of started taking out some slingers, but for the time being, I'm worried, like, we haven't run into a single horse archer. That's not the worst thing in the world, actually. If I just kind of... Oh, bloody hell. There's quite a lot of horse archers, though. There's a fair few horse archers floating around. I basically need to bottle up this street with phalanxes and then just try and draw some stuff in as best we can. What's coming in right now? Right now, they're bringing in another rank of slingers. Fine. If I could just basically, yeah, draw people into this as a kill zone by knocking down this wall and just sending the Eastern mercenaries in to hold this spot, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world at all. Because now we can basically just use all of this. Yeah, we can just kind of use these guys. They can just start pelting over there. You can see these guys starting to be pelted down really quickly. So these guys are going to start taking damage. We're going to demolish their infantry pretty quick, which I'm pretty happy with. The fact their infantry is going to go down. But the problem is... they've still got all their cav, which is... Go in there! In there! Put the cocking round... There you go. Right, they've got it now. Right. I want these guys to go in here, because that will draw some troops from the front and then round to the left. And these guys have still got some spare missiles, okay? So just come over here. These guys will be attacked at the same time as they're coming under attack from actual proper infantry. So even though it's kind of crappy infantry, these guys will do a good job just cutting through these slingers. And that's actually 2 units of slingers right there. So that's some good indirect fire that's just going down. And I think the plan is hopefully working. Those are... Ooh. Those are horse archers, and they're actually firing missiles. They're not firing much, but they're getting the odd shot in on these here guys. And you can see these guys are flashing red, meaning, hey, I'm losing strength too quickly because they're being hit by... I'm not sure what's really hitting them. Somehow those horse archers have just managed to get the hit in, and unfortunately it's enough to chase these guys off, which is kind of unfortunate. So, time to start bringing in actual troops here. When I say troops, well, phalanxes at least. It's not perfect. Right. Have you guys got anything left? You guys should really be firing right now, by the way. You guys should really be firing. Are you guys coming out? They're bloody coming out. They're sending their leader out. Okay. Well, that's absolutely A-okay. Get on top of him. Everyone just basically get in here. I want their leader cleared out. If we can kill their leader, that'd be marvellous. Bring up more reinforcements. You, move over here. These peltas are losing a lot of strength very, very quickly. Now it's just a great big, massive... cluster flip around this part of the world, but horse archers, yep, there he goes. We've taken out the captain. Good. Now with the captain dead, that will hopefully make everything else break much more easily. Now I'm going to pull these guys out of here. I'm going to bring you guys around into here, if you can. Just basically get through here, take those guys out. They're eager, but they're tired. They're going to be coming up against cavalry momentarily. So basically just pull you guys over to here. These guys are just falling apart. Yeah, they're broken. Right, so next, get these guys down. You're going to start taking damage pretty quickly. There's still a ton of horse archers just stuck up the middle. We just need to get them stuck on the pikes. Right, okay. These guys are now going to start losing all their strength pretty fast. We've got more horse archers coming in, but they're the wavering sort. And they're kind of walking straight into a phalanx at the front door. They're just kind of piling in and they're going to come straight back out again. Right, okay. What we need more than anything right now is just to pull you guys back over here. And if we can, provide cover while my phalanxes actually move into the city. So you guys get over here. These guys have still got some actual javelins can get out over here. And you guys actually just move up to the gates right over there. Okay. We've got a good opportunity to pin these horse archers right between 2 different things. So at these point, yeah, come on. Get those spears down. This phalanx is messy, but it will hold for the time being. And with my own cavalry pressing inside, good. That's another unit that's broken over there. You guys just need to turn. Just turn. Fall back while this unit turns. This unit, if it can just get its spears down facing the right direction, it should be pretty much insurmountable. You guys, meanwhile, get in, move over in this direction. Get over there, start drawing in. You guys, start moving forward. Just, literally all I want them to do is I want them to march forward. That's all I want. Okay, you guys, round here. Get into the side of them, get into the side of them, get into the side of them. That's another unit that's already shaken and losing strength fast because they do not have the defense for this. This is good. Right, another falling apart, and the fact their general's gone is screwing up their morale. We've got one good unit coming in here unopposed, but there is one Eastern Infantry over there. Only 78 strength, though, and a straight one-on-one fight. We should be okay. My Militia Cavalry are now just pursuing into Broken Slingers and doing a beautiful job, but that's Eastern Infantry, so I'm going to want to pull them back at this point. These guys can just hang out over here. No movement from these guys, but watch that unit over there. They could be trouble. This unit's now in position. Needs to draw itself back up again. This unit can now draw up over here. No, fall back a little bit further there. Right, these guys round here. Quick as you flipping like. I need the cavalry out there. No, the cavalry broke actually. This cavalry, this group can basically just hang out over here and guard this breach. This is not so perfect. They've managed to get their spears down in time. Right, just basically, if you can, get over here, get over here. They've already broken. Good, 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 good. And that's probably the breathing room we need. This is what the AI is not actually even that bad at. They're very good at kind of just like throwing units over and over so you don't have the breathing room to get a proper little insertion point established. So now, it's time for me to just basically start moving in here. I've still got some arrows, but not much. Something's being attacked. What by? What's actually attacking them? Probably the horse archers. Like, this town's really small. This unit should be able to stand up, even though there's... Oh, blimey, now there's archfire coming in both directions. But with their shields up, and against a single unit of these guys, already wavering, already exhausted, we should be able to... Yeah, they've been chased off pretty quickly at this point. What we've got to do is we just need to keep getting down that street at this point. If I can just get this unit... Ah, this unit's moved up. They've totally moved, right. Let's just get this unit around here. If we can get some spears on them, that'll be perfect. This unit needs to just keep moving forward. And if we can just start skewering them, I'm just going to tell them, basically I'm just going to tell them to start walking in this direction. I'm not going to give them a target, because I just want them to walk in this direction. And then, oh, no, stop. And in come some horse archers. Horse archers who are going to start getting skewered if they get any stupid ideas. I think they're trying to get to the camels, actually, because the camels are firing at them. But the camels are also going to pass on a morale penalty to any of the horses nearby. And we've got more reinforcements down the back here. You guys are apparently not done moving yet. You guys, I need you to move forward a bit, please. And I need you to... I didn't need you to redraw up your position, though. That's fine. This is scruffy, but the horse archers will suffer more than they actually managed to do. Or at least when I say that. Need be, you guys just need to draw it right there. And then we've now got a second line round the back. These guys are... Okay, good. These guys did run into this force. I'm glad I left this force as a back force, otherwise they would have just snuck up on me. So this force is being eliminated down to the last man. The camel archers are just around the back here. This force will probably break... No, they broke first. Good, excellent. So now we can just get a couple of arrows into their back as they go from the camels. More horses continue to fall. There's still Eastern Infantry, that's only 81. Right, let's just start moving these guys down the street and more behind them if we can. These guys are starting to be fired upon. These guys will momentarily... They're already fleeing, which is marvellous. What else have we got in terms of... These guys are broken, though, because there's too many people on the plaza so far. Horse archers, not that many left, but I'm pretty much out of arrows. I've got a bit of a scenario going on here, which is, unfortunately, the Eastern Infantry from the plazas kind of pushed forward a bit further than I'd like them to. I need to pull my camels back, because I don't want them stuck against those guys. What have we actually got left at the front door here? We're a bit lacking in troops. These guys, yeah, at this point it's very, very scruffy militia hoplites, but they're going to take flight almost flipping immediately. Right, there's actually a surprisingly large amount of... Ooh, okay, we need to get the second rank of reinforcements up here pretty quickly, in fact. Fine, time to bring up the second tier. I think the first kind of wave of the invasion has sort of petered out a little bit here. I don't think we can do much more here. So the camels need to back off to one side or the other, and we need to basically wait for reinforcements to show up here, because now they're pushing back against us. No, don't engage. Don't flip and engage. Just get out, please. And when I say get out, they've broken. So the camels are naffing off, but at this point we have, you know, they've done their job, which is, I think there's only like 9 horse archers left on the field. Now it's just Eastern Infantry. So as the reinforcements, in terms of the phalanxes, show up, that should be enough. Even though they've actually managed to temporarily drive us back out of the city, that should be enough to... Why are you guys struggling to get out? Is it because... Why are you guys trying to get in? Just everyone just leave the city for the time being. Thank you very flippin' much. Is it because I think there's some stuff here that's getting in the way? Right, get out of the way. On the plus side, the peltas are now actually being useful once again, which is welcome. We've accidentally won there, fortunately. The back and forth continued as we managed our camels eventually push these infantry back. Unfortunately, they've all broken, so I'm willing to just take that, because that was... You know, they had nearly as many kills as me there. We took a lot of casualties in that one. That was a tough old fight, but we have managed to kick Parthia out of the south, and I think we'll just occupy that. Uh-oh. The Armenians are coming. The Armenians are totally heading south at this point, and the alliance is Scythia and Germania. Odd combination, but there we flip and go. Right, also, did I remember to train a... Yep, spy. Good, I did remember to train a spy. Right, spy on the boat. Diplomat on the boat. Don't let them set off, because there's too much risk that someone will attack and destroy them. But next turn, we can actually have that boat drop them off. Unless you can just... No, you can't quite get there. We'll drop them off on Attica next time, and that will be fine. So that'll be next turn. Don't forget that boat needs to drop off the agents over there. Probably just... If I can actually just kind of pull this off without any trouble, I might just move into Ansario without a battle. We've got... Oh! Just the faction leader. Alright, fine. Just for the sake of just it's the faction leader. I'll take a few casualties if I do that, so I'll do that manually. Right, so the general has actually managed to get himself over here. He's lost half his strength already. Now he's just charging forward into the phalanxes. This phalanx is kind of losing its kind of integrity already, but that's fine. That just means we just basically get this phalanx just moving around here to start the flanking maneuver. These guys will stand and fight for the time being. They'll start going down pretty quickly, but some of them will kind of bumble into over here. Now we just basically send these guys in over here and have them completely lose the integrity of their phalanx because the bloody pathing is terrible. But that's fine. If we just basically just slow down the rate that these guys are being killed, that'll be... What's killing you? What exactly is attacking you? Is it just like... I think it is just some random... Yeah, the javelins are being thrown over here. So these guys are sadly just taking a bit of a knock. Right. Their leader has actually broken at this point. And... no, continue. At this point, you know, it's a king. A king gets to, like, you know, be fought and killed to the last man and all that business. At this point, they simply just don't have enough... Like, they don't have enough... Mass is not the right word, because Rome didn't have, like, a proper system for calculating, like, weight and physics and whatever. But, like, you needed a certain volume of troops in order that when you pushed forward, you'd be able to, like, penetrate an enemy defense, particularly a phalanx. So once you were, like, that's why kind of, like, taking on, like, a half stack of full-strength phalanxes against, say, a full stack of all half-damage units. The phalanxes would do really well because the damage units wouldn't have the mass or volume or what have you to penetrate, and down he goes. Wouldn't actually have the mass or the volume to penetrate the actual, the formation of the phalanx. So, he's dead, and this village falls to us. Oh! I think we found the fort where the actual main force of the Pontics was hiding then. Not Heracles, he possibly died of old age, but what looks like their main army's coming in. Okay, so what have we got there? 2 units of heavy cavalry, 2 units of heavy chariots, some light cavalry, and a bunch of spearmen. Fine, this works. So, as I suspected, it's quite a wide line. It's going to be quite a wide line, but if we're lucky, what they'll do is their chariots will just kind of head straight into the front. They've got Pontic light cavalry right at the front, so if we're very lucky, we can just nail them with archers. If they move up slowly, however... Oh. Okay, they're moving up pretty quick. They're moving pretty quick, and they're moving straight into a flanking position, which concerns me slightly. The Rhodian slingers have got a shot at something. The archers have both got a shot too. So we've got... Oh, yeah, there we go. In come the slings, and in come the arrows. These guys are tough, but they're not that tough. But I think they're trying to flank. One of them's broken already, which is an excellent sign. I'm going to widen the kind of the flank guard over there. What have you guys got? That is nothing major. I'm going to pull these guys back a little bit too, just to basically let the Cilicians get a shot in. So you guys just fall back. You can take a little bit of damage for the time being. The archers have got a shot over at the Pontic Heavy Cavalry. They've sort of thrown their heavy cavalry away pretty early on in this fight, which is good. In comes, yeah, the Rhodians have got a shot. These guys are steady, which I'm genuinely surprised at, actually, because I would have thought between the casualties and being massively outnumbered and having nothing guarding their flanks, they'd have fallen apart already. Oh, that's the Cilician attack, I think. Pretty sure the Cilicians just get an attack in. No, they're still hidden. Not sure what that wasn't. There must have just been arrows. Fine. Pontic cavalry has been chased straight off. Chariots are coming in for attack number 2. This light cavalry is doing nothing. In comes the chariot, and they're just basically, they've taken the bait. They've charged straight into my Rhodian slingers, but in doing so, they've basically exposed themselves straight into these guys. These guys are now charging again. They're trying to do it again. Rhodian slingers, no, stop. Just stop, it's fine. You guys, probably it's time for you to basically just get back, and yeah. Turns out their leader was in a chariot and has managed to charge. Yeah, basically he just took the bait. No, you're supposed to be in guard mode. Alright, do you know what guard mode means? Right, seriously, it means not that. Right, you guys, just get over here, why don't you? At this point, skirmish mode can be off because something's going to get around the side over there. Right, at this point, now there's nothing left but an impenetrable wall of spikes. These guys still down here. Right, one of you just start shooting down there and take these guys out, please. They're already wavering. One of you get over... I think they've already broken. Right, we'll get my cavalry out the side here. Nice. Ooh, one of them's gone rogue. One of their chariots has gone rogue, and the other group is close by to the chariot that's gone rogue. Okay. Actually, I think the chariots might be about to stage a slightly heroic rear action, where they're going to charge forward to stop. No, they've managed to recover. They've just managed to recover, or at least rather, they're not actually breaking at this exact moment in time. They'll kind of, you know, they're not going to win this one. But, oh, they've got peltas. They do actually have peltas going on there. No, don't run forwards. Do not run forwards. Take out the peltas. You guys got a shot over there, by the way. Have you already used up your ammunition? You need to move a little bit further forward. Militia hoplites can take the attacks there. You guys need to just move a little bit further forward. Right, you guys, get your attacks on those guys, please. The Pontic light cavalry has totally been chased off by now. You guys have already used up your javelins. The archers have got a good shot at whatever they feel like, to be honest, and the archers are in good shape. Phalanx pikemen under attack for something, but they can take it for the time being. Take those guys off. They're broken again. Those peltas are in trouble. At some point, these guys might decide they don't want to do this anymore. But for the time being, they're just kind of moving up and down the hill. Their own chariots taking out their own people. Actually, they're not. You can't take out your own people with your own chariot. But in they come for one final charge. And some of them broke before they even made it there. They're not quite sure. And if I was in a chariot, I wouldn't be either when coming up against flipping phalanxes. Oh, in come some more archers, just taking them out. Generals running. Eastern guys, yeah, the Eastern infantry are not going to want to stand and fight for long. Ideally, they want to do one last charge and then they'll be done. But I think actually they're about to trigger each other into routing without actually ever, touching my front line. Beautiful. Okay, now we can start learning about the rest of the world a lot more flipping quickly. Because now we can get that boat with our agents ashore. So, let's just get one of you guys over here. Drop the spy off and get the spy moving over in this direction. Okay, so we got ourselves some information there. The Athenians do indeed, well, of course the Athenians have Athens because they're just who the locals are. But yeah, the Greek cities have Athens. They've also taken this area off those guys. So, next up, we need to basically get my diplomat over to the Macedonians. Because I feel like me and the Macedonians, logically, have some shared interests. What have we got over here, by the way? There's a... Ah! We found Heracles! There he is. He'd naffed off over here. He'd naffed off over here somewhere. Right, okay. The problem is, if he attacks at this point, that force, together with what's inside their final city, will win. Straight up, that wins. I can't see what it is, but it's strong enough that those two forces combined, unless we just got really lucky. I mean, this is not even our best force. This is not the best force we have at all. It's probably time for us to not push against their capital. It's a shame, because if we could just get in there, like with a spy, we could... Oh, unless I could... Ooh. He's only got one route to go, and that's over the river. Well, it's not even a bridge, it's not a bridge there. It's a flipping... It's kind of a... I guess it's a kind of a ford battle. I mean, we've got the phalanxes. I'm going to bring a bridge battle right in over there. So... We are definitely checked. We've shoveled the Parthian off. So Heracles is trying to get back over here, but now the only way he can actually get through is by attacking me on this bit of basically where the ford of the river is. Now reinforcement could come in from behind, but normally the enemy's not clever enough to pull that off. He's totally going for it. So Heracles is coming in. He is now the faction leader. In fact, yeah, he wouldn't be the faction leader. I shouldn't have killed their leader in the village. He should have just left him under siege. Time for a ford battle. You don't see ford battles very often because ford battles can only happen in the event that, like, you know, either it's just a ford that will never gain a road, or it's an area where... Yeah, where basically there's not going to be a bridge. I mean, as is always the case, by the way, this river will mysteriously get much wider at the moment a bridge is built. So they basically just have to cross this narrow area right here. Okay, we've got some attacks coming in here. I think that's just the Pontic light cavalry, but my archers are providing counterfire. This flipping bridge is so narrow. Oh, that's Scythian mercenaries. That's why they're doing a good job. But Scythian mercenaries, though they hit hard, actually have relatively little in terms of the defense because they've basically shown up without wearing armor. So they'll be taken apart pretty quickly, all things considered. They go into wide stance, and now in comes the infantry. So the infantry is now going to try and cross the narrow ford and basically walk into the kill zone. So they're basically now going to walk into the water, and in come the Rhodian slingers, in come the javelins, in comes archery fire. These guys are already shaken. They haven't even managed to hit anything yet. There's a lot of sporting fire coming in from all sides over here. This basically needs to... Okay, there's the first break over there. Where are the Scythians gone? The Scythians are over there. You guys, I'm going to put one of you into flaming arrow mode just for that. This unit is taking... wait, no, this one's taking a lot of damage, actually. This unit is taking a lot of damage from somewhere. In comes the first unit. It is some hillmen. They're already shaken. They're about to be hit by slings and arrows and run straight into phalanxes, and they don't like it. And in comes the flaming, and now we've got the first breaks. Okay, but... that's not the best stuff they've got. The best stuff they've got is probably I think they've got some heavy cavalry. Didn't we say heavy cavalry? I swear I said I saw some heavy cavalry. So we've also got some Cilician pirates who should be... they should be on fire at will mode. So you guys can now just basically get involved over there and just toss in more javelins, and this is not looking good for the forces of Heracles. In comes some more cavalry. That is, I think, one of their main forces starting to collapse pretty quickly there. These guys are trying to rout into my pikemen, which might ironically like knock them out of position. So the routing units might actually do a better job than the non-routing units. In comes more flaming arrows. At this point, they're kind of stuck on the water. Oh yes, we've managed to drive one of their scythe chariots running amok. And when we say running amok, they're not running that much. There we go, they're running more amok now. So basically I've got scythe chariots, I think, running amok actually literally in the middle of their army. But they're kind of stuck in the water, so they can't really move. So it's not going great for them. I need to hit more chariots, actually. If I can just hit the chariots. Yeah, I'm just going to basically try and hit all the chariots. There's more chariots, right. Everyone, flaming arrows, go for the chariots at the rear. If you can just basically take those guys out, if we can just make all their chariots run amok behind them, that would be hilarious, because then they'd basically be trapped behind. Actually, I mean, these chariots are supposed to be running amok already, but they don't seem to be. Right, in come more flaming arrows. Yep, there we are, running amok. Running amok is weird when there's a river involved, when they're trying to get into the water, but now anything that tries to retreat is basically going to be retreating into running amok chariots. You guys should probably turn your attention over to the Scythian mercenaries, by the way. So in comes another group there. Barely any cavalry's actually managed to cross over. I think they're now hopefully going to start chopping down their own actual troops at this point. In comes some more javelins. Oh, this has gone beautifully. This has gone beautifully, and in comes their leader. And now that's all broken. This has gone really nicely, actually. This has gone really, really nicely. So they're all broken and running in. We've taken some light knocks, but... we have indeed killed... have we killed Heracles? We've killed Heracles. So Heracles is dead. They're trying to actually run forward into this direction. It looks like not a single guy is going to get away. With the exception of the Scythians, who decided this just wasn't a good cause and have naffed off. So, you know, you don't really hire mercenaries for their loyalty. That's fair enough. And as it turns out... oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at all those bodies in the fort. And some of them just floating away downriver. Gotta love those bodies floating away. That's beautiful. Right, so they are now taken care of. Over to... yeah, the Numidians want to do a big one in the field too. Good, that works for me. So the Numidians, their force of 2 Numidian javelin men. Alright, well done. Wants to basically pull out this force, which is their leader... Numidian cavalry, and 2 distant. Defensive infantry are actually okay. Like, attack 7 and total defense 13. Those guys will do a competent enough job. But if we just draw up defensively again with archers, and actually more with peltas on this occasion, and just basically use our elephants and cavalry, we should just be able to ride these guys down. Now, so we've drawn up nice here on the high ground against these guys. They've got these guys coming as well. I'm just going to send the militia cavalry to basically just chase off these bastards, because we can probably use that. I mean, these guys might not win, but they'll keep them busy. They'll keep them busy, and when the time comes, we can just send the elephants thundering down the hill. Let's see, do the archers have archers will have range at Numidian cavalry. Numidian cavalry, I think, have about the same range as these guys. So these guys will be able to back off when the time is right. But they've also got the uphill advantage. This is... yeah, they're not exactly that bad, actually. It's not even that bad in terms of the steepness of the slope. So these guys have to walk up the slope at me. Keep an eye on these guys, because these guys are going in first. They've got the fire at will on and slamming into the rear of you. Going to do beautiful work. They're wavering and probably going to break. They're already broken. Right. Don't swing round. Just basically get straight back out of there. Roundabout over here. And now just basically get some distance, get some distance, get some distance. Everything's firing. And now, back in, please. Now, what's going on over here? What's going on over here is... yeah, it looks to me like they tried to push forward, but my Peltas are doing a really good job just pushing them back and pushing them back and pushing them back. My Peltas will take a fair bit of damage in this situation, but screw it, that is doing some good work. That's a general just taking a load of damage and barely did anything back to me. In comes some more. They don't know whether they're going backwards or forwards. What's going on over here? Those guys have broken too. Yeah, those guys have done really well, so that side of the battle's already wrapped up. Over here, these guys are just basically knocking down this over and over again. These guys are taking some damage, probably from the cavalry or from their leader. But at this point, they're pushing back, and their cavalry is now being kind of pushed. There's their leader. He's being pushed right into a phalanx, but he's kind of luckily got himself squished in just the right position. Where are you guys? Screw it. Send the elephants are not in a good position to get involved, to be honest. Need to get the elephants out of there. Right. Send my own general. Screw it. Send the elephants. If they want to charge my phalanxes, my flipping own cavalry and elephants can get involved too. Send the elephants around the outside. I don't want my elephants being attacked if at all possible. Bring my general back. Don't want to risk him. Send the elephants around here. The elephants can basically just charge straight into... this is desert infantry, but it is wavering and already broken. Okay, so that's all fine. You guys should be... yep, fine. Lovely. And these guys are actually technically all still... around, including that guy. That guy is technically not dead. He managed to... I thought he died. Maybe the other one died. Maybe that was the captain from the other army. What alliance was that? Oh, Plague in Macedonia. Need to remember that's there. Okay. Now, get you over to here. Macedonian city. I want to give you guys trade rights. That's going to make us a bit of money. I want to swap map information, which is very generous of me. And I want to offer you guys an alliance. Because me and you, we accept your offer. Nice. Right. We got Macedonian friends all of a sudden. So we've made a new friend. At this point, the alliance of losers has expanded. Carthage, Macedonia, and the Seleucids are all banding together. Because all of us, in our own way, are doing badly. You know, the Macedonians are doing pretty badly against the Greeks. The Carthaginians are doing badly against everyone, actually. They're just not having a good game, full stop. But if we all band together... we might have a chance here, and the Greeks have actually backed off. They didn't like the extra troops that showed up in Nicomedia, so the Greeks did not attack us, which is good. So we've got that new alliance right flipping there. And there's the Armenians showing up with flipping 3 family members, obviously. And oh, the Parthians have backed off. They knew they couldn't do it. That is really good news. So, you know what? I think this is an excellent point to end things off, because next week we've got some interesting stuff to do. We have got to actually walk in to the Pontic capital and take out, not exactly a massive army, but I've got a battered army myself. So this is a battered army taking on an army that's got some proper heavy cavalry inside street fighting, which is never easy. The Armenians are coming. They are almost here. They sent flipping 3 generals and tons of horse archers besides, and plenty of cavalry and skirmishers coming up against Hatra, where we do not have... we've got a decent army, so that's going to be a really fun one to hold out against. We need to potentially send some troops either heading north to try and deal with Arsus to clear him out and actually kick them out of Asakia as well. And finally, beyond that, I would like to think we could probably begin the invasion of the kind of the European mainland, probably gaining a beachhead over here at Byzantium, kicking the Thracians out of that and helping out our good friends, the Macedonians, in their war against Greece. And that might be how we actually go to war against Greece, helping out the Macedonians. And the Numidians will probably be back too. And once we actually get our spy and diplomats in position, we can probably actually get over here and ask the Brutii to tell us what's going on in the rest of the Roman world, and we can see how the Julii and the Scipiones and the Brutii are doing. But you know what? In the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been many a true. I got the outro wrong. Oh, I never do that. Shit. I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd. That's the channel this is on. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us tonight. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.